Today we have this really nice clean Dodge. This is my boy Chris's truck, aka Pollo 209. Today what I'll be doing, I'll be installing this little slim LED light bar. I'm gonna be putting it right down there. Now this light bar, let me explain, is from Dvisuv. I'll put the link down below in the description. It's a single row with amber and white lights. I have the wiring kit here also for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys. I'm gonna be looking down here and seeing what's the best way to fab up some brackets, because I will not be using the original ones that come with it. It's just some little L brackets. So I'll probably be modifying some and bolting it so that it's right in that little slot. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me, right there. So let's get to it, guys. I'm not sure yet if I want to cut that little piece, this little piece right here, off or not. We'll see once it's installed. We can leave that. I already checked this before. This is really thick plastic, so it really wouldn't have an issue with shaking, but we'll see how it looks. Also, this light from Dvisuv has multi-functions. It has strobe ability. It has, like I said, the amber and the white lights. So this is perfect for this truck in particular, because this is actually his tow rig. He tows his OBS and his other cars to the shows with this truck, so it's a perfect setup for that light on this truck as a tow vehicle. So let me show you guys this light. So here it is. This is a 26-inch actually, and like I said, it's a single row, so you guys can see. And it seems like it has the amber lights all the way through. We'll see right now once we connect it. So it'll be behind that area, ultimately covering up roughly 1.5 lights. I don't think that'll be a big issue at all. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so I'm not sure how good the view is from down here, but I gotta try to put this light right in here. ¿Cómo se ve de aquel lado, vato? Can you see it? Okay. Actually, from looking at it from the inside, guys, the outside to the outside, it's fully in view. It's just the center that it knocks off a couple of sections of 2 lights, or 1 light. I can't tell from the outside, but
like 1 or 2.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where we're gonna go. Honestly, this might be a little bit easier than I was thinking, just because I don't really want to drill into here. ¿O qué te parece si le ponemos un tornillo aquí, or a rivet? Do you mind it? Okay. All right, guys, it looks like it. Now, Pollo is fine with me bolting this up from the inside, right? He's fine with me bolting it in right here. It would obviously be from the inside, and that would be ultimately the easiest, fastest way to install this light bar. So what I'm gonna do right now is put this together and get it ready for a quick mock-up. So like this. Okay, so I gotta see what is easier, which bracket, in other words the angle. See, because these are curved, so you want to make sure that this is like that, I think. So this one has to be like that. Okay, there we go. Just one side. Let me tighten it up a little bit more. You want to do it just slightly to where you can still adjust it, but not loose enough to where it moves on its own, just so that you can set it right where it needs to go, and then just slide it out and then retighten it. Now I normally wouldn't do a wiring install on this video, just because I have like 3 or 4 already on my channel, but since this is a Dodge Ram, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a very light follow-up on it, so you guys can see where I wire up and where I lead the cables through, just so you guys can see, just since I don't have any other Dodges on my channel. All right, there we go. So the bracket is on. We're gonna go do a quick test fit. All right, guys, so I was able to adjust this bracket at this angle. I want to make sure that I tighten this all the way now and try not to move it one bit. There we go. I'm just gonna level off the other one on the floor. All right guys, so they're both level. I'm gonna do one final test bit where we start marking so we can drill. All right guys, I'm gonna see if I can fit a drill bit, or I'm gonna use like something sharp to make the indentation of the circle right now first, because I can actually see in here very well, so I could drill straight through. So let me find something real quick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drill straight through where the marking is. There it is, and this side. All right guys, there's my pilot hole right here, pilot hole right there. So now I test fit this little drill bit to make sure that it's the right size as this hole, and it's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill out those two holes in that size. There it is. It is. This way. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and use the OEM bolt width for this right now. So that's how it looks. Now it's not fully bolted on yet, so this is still angled off a little bit, I could tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these up real quick. All right guys, so the light bar is installed. It was actually very easy. I was not expecting it to be easy. I was thinking I was gonna have to make custom brackets from the frame, or from the, there's a little, like a, I guess from the radiator mounts. But no, since this plastic is literally, I would say a hair thicker than 1/8 of an inch, or if not 1/8 of an inch, that's pretty thick. It should hold on very well. The light bar looks good. I don't think we need to cut this, honestly. It looks like it's just preventing half of this light and half of that light, so I doubt it'll be a big difference in terms of effect. Plus, honestly, I don't think that in that direction, I don't think this will actually even be a huge issue. You might not even see it, like a cutout to the center. I think that with the reflection of all of these, this whole section will fill out of light. So, but we'll test that right now. As far as that's done, I'm gonna start routing the cable up and zip tying it along the way, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start wiring up the wiring kit. Standard kit. You got your fuse, relay, your on-off button. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it on the last video that I did for the other truck, but these, I recommend them a lot more than I do the teardrop style, because the little teardrop buttons, those have a green light and a red light, and the red light is constantly on when the light is off, and they're really bright. And I've heard a lot of people say that they drains their batteries too. This one stays red when it's on, and when it's off, it's completely dead. So you don't have any battery drain, and also you don't get that annoying light in your face. So I just did the last light bar I installed on a Sport Track. This was the same one that we used, and it looks, the only thing that I don't like is that the size of this hole is pretty big. So we, like I always like to do, install it, make a quick little bracket, or install it in the plastic where it's easily replaceable. So let's get to it, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can run the cable through there. The battery, okay, so since we got 2 batteries, we have the option to install, but honestly, since the hole is already there for the switch, we're gonna do it through there. And then I'm just gonna run this wiring straight down and tap into the light. So let's get started. All right guys, so I just got the wiring installed. I ran the cable along the outer edge right here down to the side so you can't see it from the outside. Got the fuse right here. I'm gonna zip tie it right now. The relay is right here. I'm also gonna zip tie it against this plastic here. And then we ran the cable down to where a little rubber boot about a foot below, where he already had it looked like a 4-gauge cable for the amp. So we ran the light. We're not done with the install yet because I have to still put the switch. I still have to install the switch, which we were discussing. It's probably gonna go right around here, so that'll be easy. We got the plug. Let me show you guys the function of it. I'll have him turn the light on and off and continue it. So there's the single white. On off it goes into the amber. On off it goes into white again. Doesn't strobe?
No, white and amber first, and then strobe.
Then it strobes. And then a strobe. A double. That's sick. Then you're back to your regular one. So you guys can see how this specific bar is in terms for a tow rig or any kind of tow truck, it comes in really handy. My understanding is that the amber kills through the fog. Like, it's a lot clearer driving if you're driving through foggy areas. That's my understanding. I've never actually drove through fog with the amber light, but that's what I've heard. But anyways guys, that's how the bar looks. As you guys can see, that little slot through the center, obviously it disperses in the light. You can't see that gap anywhere. We're gonna drive it outside right now once the whole thing is done, but it couldn't have been an easier install as far as the light bar goes. So yeah, so I just gotta finish wiring up the zip tying the light bar. I just wired this up right now, so hiding everything. And as soon as I'm done with that, close the hood, we're done with the outside, and I just gotta drill in put the switch in place. All right guys, I just finished zip tying the cables under there. All of this cable is completely hidden and it's out of the way. I zip tied the relay right here too against the plastic, and everything is good. So we're gonna go ahead and call this one done on this side. Now we just have to finish off the switch inside, and this truck will be ready. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead. We ended up deciding to put the switch on this side because it's got a plastic on the back side of where I originally said, and it's not gonna allow the switch to be there without having to do a lot more cutting in the back. So we decided just to move it along this way. So I'm gonna put it right around this corner right here, about 2.5 inches from the hood latch. I did a quick little stencil with this right here, and I marked it to where my top is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, well, I'm gonna make sure I feel back here to make sure that it's good. And it has to be right at the edge. So actually right here. Right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this real quick. There it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my little air dies to make a hole. Periodically make sure you do a retest, because one thing you don't want to do is go too big. So I'd rather do this over and over a few times to make sure it's a snug fit. See, this is almost perfect. Just got to go up on the top and the bottom, and then a little bit on the left because it's got that little slot right there. So no more widening the hole. Let's try that. There it is, it's not pulling out. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull these cables up above some of these OEM cables so I could have a little anchor point where I can zip tie all of this, insert it, and there it is. There it is, guys. We got power off, on, off. It's a very inconspicuous area. Also, the light, when it's on, the light won't be facing him. There it is. The light won't be facing him. There, it won't be annoying. And we got power, guys. Let me turn it on and off. And we are good. So all I have left to do is just zip tie this cable, and that's it. So let me finish that off. All right, guys, there it is. Install is all done. Wiring is nice and clean. Lights are working perfectly. That's the favorite. That's Chris's favorite. All right, guys, we just pulled it out. Want to see what it looks like. Guys, for that little light being a single row, it's bright. It's lighting up all the way to the trees on the other side of the... A little thing is bright, bro. I was not expecting it to be that bright just for a single row, to be honest with you. All right, guys, so the install is done. Pollo is on his way home. He loved how that Lightbar came out. He said it looks like a stock installation, which makes me feel good. But more than anything, thanks again to DVI SUV for sending me the Lightbar. I hope you guys liked the install video. Again, I have a lot more videos on my channel. You guys are welcome to scroll through with it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.